Alright guys, back on the Monte project again today, getting the interior disassembled. We're gonna cut off the roof, cut off the quarter panels, cut out the rear package tray, the window trunk transition plate, and take out all the interior. So rear seats coming out, and I'm gonna take out the door panels, just get some access. So that's where we'll continue, getting right into it today. Alright, so I just wanted to bring you guys in close here and show you how to get this window crank tool off. There's ways to do it without the tool, but a lot easier with the tool. You just pop it in behind here and get a hold of the clip, and then you'll feel it kind of snap into place, and then it comes out. So what we have here, if you haven't seen, is you have a little clip, and with that tool you're just pushing that clip out. I've seen people do it with just a pick, go in behind there and get in it with a pick and just snap this off. Obviously easier with the tool if you get in from the right angle, but just wanted to bring you in close and show you that. So then, once that's off, then this panel can come off. We'll get this out of the way, and then this panel can just pop right off. Okay, get this up and off of here. Okay, get that out of the way. All right, first look, y'all, inside here. Yeah, it's just as bad as I thought. I was really worried about this section back here and how I'm going to rebuild that. These parts are really hard to come by, so might have to rebuild part of that. We'll see. I've got some stuff on order, but that was one that was not available from the places that I was looking anyway. I've got a roof skin and quarters coming, and then the package tray side supports that weld into the sides here. You can see this piece here. So what I don't know yet is how exactly that's going to tie in to the inner fender sill panel, whatever you want to call that, inner fender well. But anyway, I'm going to set you back up and show you some more of the disassembly from outside. Alright, as you can see, I got the inner panels and everything out. Mostly I'm going to be using a torch, so I wanted to make sure that anything flammable that could melt or light on fire, I took out. So it's like I do have one more piece of trim over there to pull off. I'll get that off real quick. I just didn't want to melt anything, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up along this seam here, and I'm going to melt out this lead that's in here. So next thing I'm going to do here is set up a tripod and then show you guys that. Okay, ready to start heating here, and you may have noticed that I have not ground away any of the paint, sanded off any of the paint. So how am I going to know where the seam is? Well, there's kind of a telltale here. You can see where the paint has kind of crackled here, but also I have a little magnet. So if I take that magnet, obviously it's, you know, it sticks here, but when you come down, it loses, right? So there, I can feel it by sliding that across there. I can feel when it's got steel and then lead, nothing, lead and then steel, right? So then I can follow that all the way along here and track where I need to go. Okay, pretty easy. Okay, same back here, steel, lead, steel, lead. So this line that's here by this crackled paint is pretty accurate. So whatever happened there, maybe just the difference in the heat outdoors, maybe that lead was expanding a little bit more, but it's given me a nice little telltale. So just wanted to show you that here before I started, and now I'm going to set up the tripod. We got lead running out. Brush it out. One thing too to concentrate on is see the direction that wind is taking that smoke. You really don't want to breathe in that lead smoke unless you got a mask on, right? So always try and pay attention to which way it's going. Just make sure that it's not coming in your face. Alright, just like that. That seems pretty well exposed. Be able to get to all of the spot welds, I believe. Get rid of all this lead. Be able to go to town on that. Actually, I'll probably move over and do the same thing on the other side as well. Alright, so same deal on this side. I made a big mess on the other side, so I actually created myself a little dam to catch that lead as it rolls off. But same thing, I'm going to take my magnet, right? I'm going to stick my magnet on there, and I'm going to see about where that is, right? So I removed a bunch of that crackling paint on this side already, so I don't have as good of the tail, but it's following the same general line there. You'll see it's right there. Okay. Back at it. made way less of a mess this time than I did on the other side, but that dam, as you can see, the dam caught everything. So glad I did that. That saved me a little bit of time cleaning up. But now we got to go to work getting spot welds all located and drill them out. That'll be the next step. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take out this package tray. I'm going to cut it out just to kind of gain some access to that rear panel. But what I'm going to do for now at least, and I may leave it this way, is I'm going to take and I'm going to cut it right above these bracket mounts, because my package tray doesn't have these bracket mounts. So I'm going to cut it right above here, and that'll give me something a little bit better to weld to with the reinstallation. I'll cross paths with that when I get there, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that out there, and then go ahead and I'm going to start cutting out this side tray as well. Just like I said, just trying to gain some access, but I'm just going to cut it alongside here and then across here and show you what that looks like. Pull this trim off. I should have done this actually first, but doing it now. I'd forgotten how to get this off and called a buddy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, just use a bottle opener." So he said to use one that was as wide as possible. This is the only one I got, so I'm gonna give it a shot. But oh yeah, it works really well. Again, just keep working at it slow. Just like that. Pull it off. Undamaged. You not! Again, move on nice and slow. Get under there. Little bites. Try not to bend it. Back up a little bit. Again, just going about every half an inch or so and just popping it off that bottom section. Seems to be working pretty well. Pretty happy with that method. Okay, actually go down here, pop this lower section off first. Oh, this one's coming off really easy. Nice. Okay, once that's loose, pop it loose right from under there. And this angle piece, maybe I can get this one out too. Get that one out. Okay, and that one, same thing. Not a mark on it. Worked out really well. Pleased with that method. Again, just a simple bottle opener. You know, I imagine you could do better if you had a nice wide aluminum one or something, but this is what I had, and it did the job just fine. So another little trick that I've been doing as I'm disassembling is I just take these larger items like this, tape them together, and quick little tag, note, passenger drip rail. When I'm going to put that back together, I don't have to put a puzzle together with the other side and say, okay, which one's which. Makes it a lot easier. Just another little trick. Alright, I've got the bumper off. Sorry I didn't video any of that, but figured it was just a bumper coming off, no big deal. Then got the rear mold, tail light moldings off, exposing these seams here. You can see I've cleaned off all the seam sealer that was on there and be able to pop those spot welds off pretty easily. Same on this side. Then I also took off the lower molding and side markers. Again, there's the package tray I cut off. It was pretty rotten. Same thing on this side, got that off there. Again, got the seam ready there. Yeah. Got to get this molding off here yet, but just running out of time. I've got a prior engagement. So I'm going to wrap this episode up, but pretty good progress getting it prepped for the quarter panel removal. Next step is start cutting the seams. I'll probably cut the seams where I'm going to be replacing the roof panel rather than just, I don't know. I think these welds actually go all the way through to the roof supports, so I may have to cut those welds out as well. We'll see how that goes. And got to figure out what to do with those inner, I'm not sure if those are called inner sail panels, but I got to figure out how to get those. I don't necessarily want to make those pieces, but that one's the bad one. It's really gone. So even with that side package tray mount that goes on there, there's just not much to weld to there. So I gotta find that panel, or I'm gonna be making them. So again, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it more than you know. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Wouldn't mind hearing if any of you guys have any tricks and tips out there. If you know of good suppliers for some of this sheet metal that I've been able to find. Again, I have the rear quarters, the roof panel, the rear window panel coming, the the hinge supports I have coming, the hinges, the package tray I already have, the side supports I have coming. One of them is on back ordered for several months though, so There's a couple of long pole items. Again, wrapping it up for this episode. Appreciate it, guys.